Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name's Michael Avidariti and welcome you to the movie land. Before I get started, remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video and comment below. Let me know what you think about today's review and the movie I am reviewing today. Alright, let's jump right into it. Today's movie has been advised to me by a friend, John Carter, a Disney production. It's a 2011 movie written by Michael Charbon, Mark Andrew and Andrew Stanton, and Andrew Stanton is not only the writer but also the director of this movie. Main role starring Taylor Kitsch, Lynn Collins, Dominic West. I mean, there is a big cast, but some actors you don't see them in human form, so it's mainly this Mark Strong, who did a great acting here. So these are the main characters. Let me introduce you to the story and what's the story about. The story is basically about John Carter himself that gets mysteriously transported to Mars. And there are two elements, in my opinion, that makes this movie very interesting. The first is we open the movie, or the movie opens with we get a little bit of backstory, exposition, what's happening on Mars. We see there is someone that is doing wars for powers. We see they have some flying objects, flying ships, and there is a war going on. So we have this scene. We see also that the captain, let's see, of the empire, I don't know how to say, but of this world that wants to take control over whole Mars. It's played by Dominic West, Sab Tan, who gets then help from a character played by Mark Strong, and that's very interesting because he refers them later we are the eternal. That's a being, or there are three beings, but we see mainly Mark Strong. That's he can shift shape. So he's a shapeshifter. He takes a human form, any other form of other humans that we see. He can also teletransport, and I wouldn't say time travel, but teletransportation. And then the movie switched directly to Earth in 1881 in New York. There's a scene where we see, and later a bit earlier, 1860, 68. It changes a bit between 1880 and 1860, and basically what's happening, we see that John Carter he searches for gold, and chased by Indians, he hides in a cave, and in this cave it's where he gets in contact with one of these eternal beings that teletransported right in that moment in this cave. Of course, there's conflict. This being wants to kill him. He kills the being and finds this object that teletransport him directly to Mars. Before this happens, we see the sequence in 1880 in New York, where we get to see that a younger relative of John Carter is called to the John Carter residence because he died. And so he starts, this young guy starts to read across the diary of John Carter, and that's where actually the whole story is. And as he gets to start to read, we follow actually what happened. And so we get back to Mars, where John Carter teletransported himself with this object, or not himself, but this being, eternal being that was killed by John Carter, activated the object and teletransported John Carter back to Mars. So very quickly, what happens? John Carter gets to Mars. He gets captured by this native alien. I call them native alien just to differentiate between all the people, the races that are there. So he gets captured by this native alien race, but at the beginning they actually don't want to harm him directly. And after a while he gets in contact with, let me just specify what I said. There are two interesting factors. Is one, that some at the beginning and the end of the story it's played in 1800 on Earth, and the other, the main chunk of the story, I would say the midsection, Act 2, the bulk of the story, it's played on Mars. And the second thing that is really interesting is that on Mars there are two races. There is this native alien race, and then there's this human race and in the human race there are different, let's say, realms or different kingdom, we can say. And so it's a mixture of different realities and makes it really interesting. So as he is captured by this alien native race, he sees that this fight scene that I was telling you in the beginning is taking place right where he is. And so he sees that these are humans and decides to jump into action and help one woman that he sees. Now, one special feature that he has, and it's only to him, that he only owns this special feature, is that he has the ability on Mars to do really big jump. He's able to do this very high jumping, and so that's how actually he helps to defeat this one of the two fleets. The enemy gets in contact and saves the princess, decides to go on this journey with the princess together with one of this alien race to a mystical place. Gets ultimately caught by the alien race, who flipped over their hierarchy, we can say, has to fight some beast. And Act 3 is basically when the princess like to say, it's not captured, but gets the only offer that she has is to marry the captain, the conqueror, the bad guy of the other human race that we saw at the very beginning of the movie. And she has to marry him in order that all the other races, and especially the two human races that are fighting, that everything gets settled down and gets the war gets stopped. So she accepts because she sees that's the only way out. Of course, John Carter jumps in right when she's about to marry the main bad guy, Sab Tan, played by Dominic West. And John Carter, together with the native alien race, help to flip the situation over, destroy the enemy, and everything is basically good. Or it seems to be good, because at the end he throws away this object that we see during the movie at the beginning, that transport the team from Earth to Mars, and we see that this object is pretty meaningful for him. We see it in different places and different moments during the movie, but we realize that that's his ticket, really, his ticket to home, to Earth. And so at the end, he throws this object far away, and he realizes he did a mistake. That's when he gets played by one of these eternal guy who touches him and sends him back directly to Earth, to this cave where he actually started the journey to Mars. And so he finds himself there, and we see a quick sequence that he's, from this moment on, he's searching something similar to this object that could transport him. He finds this object, but we don't see what he actually does. Does he remain on Earth? Does he get back on Mars? We then switch back to the place where one of his relatives, the young guy, is reading the book, and he discovers there that where John Carter is actually buried, it's near the residence, in a closed space, in a circular closed building that can be opened only from the interior. And so the young guy reads that he has to hurry and go there and try to open the place, because one of these eternal beings could be there and try to go inside. So this young guy goes actually there, there is an enigma, to resolve the enigma, open the door. At this very moment, we see one of the eternal being that took the shape of one of the person in 1800 there, is about to kill the young guy, but behind we see there is John Carter, who kills the eternal being. The real problem here are these eternal being, and why it's we see a moment where John Carter is together with the character of Mark Strong, this eternal being, and this eternal being says to John Carter, we are not bound by time, space. They are eternal being. They switch place, they go from planet to planet. When they see a race, let's say, that it's about to take power or it's stronger, they support them, they give them the means in order, like weapons and technology, to expand, and they feed basically upon their expansion up until the point this empire, let's say, is strong. When they get somehow destroyed, they basically switch planet and do the same game every time. And so John Carter understands to really, not only for his survival, but also to ensure that Mars is safe, and he understands the game it's going on. He has to kill this eternal being. So very interesting movie, because it's played between two realities, Earth and Mars. On Mars we see these two races, human race and native alien race, and the ending, it's really made in a very interesting, particular way. I highly advise you to see John Carter. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the movie, this structure that I said, told you, Mars, Earth, different human races and not. What do you think about? Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye.